Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and we are back with part 2 of the stamp Purge. I guess it's part 3 since we already did wood stamps, but part 2 of the clear acrylic stamp Purge. So if you guys haven't been tuning into all of my Purge videos before, you can check them all out. Link down below in the description because we've covered a lot of ground so far. So if you're just tuning in, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and also make sure to check out those links down below. And if you're interested for additional content, you can check out my Patreon, which will also be linked down below, where I'm sharing behind the scenes of packing and prepping for my move, which includes more purging and, again, a lot of packing. But as I told you guys in the previous video, we're now tackling the holiday section, some more everyday overflow. We got some overflow on the right side here. We've got all of the animals and such back here. So it's going to be a fun one. I think it's going to be harder to part with things. Last time we parted with 11 stamp sets. I don't think this one will be nearly as fruitful, but we will just have to see. But let's dive right into it. So to get started up front here, we do have a couple that aren't in baggies. I'm keeping all of these. I adore my Ellie Studio pizza stamp, my Studio Calico circle stamps, and then my Kaiser Craft grid stamp. I love using all of those, so those are keepers for sure. We've got a couple background stamps here. We've got one on the right from Close to My Heart. Left is a splatter stamp from Your Next Stamp. Love both of those. And then these two from Scraptastic I'm also keeping. I was so fortunate enough to get to see Scraptastic stamps. I never was part of the club, but in a rack box I was luckily graciously given these two, and I'm super excited to have those and keep using those. Let's see what else we've got in here. Most of these are all the same size, so I can kind of grab them if everything else doesn't seem to pop out here. But we have this Heidi Swap one, which I have used a ton. This one I need to use more, but I'm really glad I did end up buying it from my local scrapbook store when I used to live in New York. This one from Technique Tuesday I also really love. I just love this font. I need to figure out what font this is. I really do like it. So I'm going to keep those three for sure. So those are going to go into the other Rascog here as we continue to move forward. This one I need to use more. It's perfect for messaging or detailing the outsides of envelopes. So like it says, special delivery for, from the desk of, with love. It's just perfect for addressing stuff, and I need to use it a little bit more often. Then we have some Ink Road stamps. I think I'm going to part with these. I don't have much to document about the, what was this, Game of Thrones? Yes, I did win these in a giveaway though, so I think I'm going to pass these along and maybe put them in a giveaway just because they are a small business. Part with those ones. And then my two Wild Whisper stamp sets, which I adore and love, so I'm keeping both of those. We did it. I think we actually might skip to the outside here because I'm not really sure what these ones are, but I know what the rest of these are. So let's see what's on the outside section here. We got this one from Neat and Tangled, relatively new, but I did stain the date stamp there, and you can barely read what it says. But I do want to use this a bit more. We've got another alphabet stamp set from Pink Fresh Studio. I adore this little font. This is an actual Halloween stamp set from W+9 with all of the guys down here. That's the word I'm looking for, so we're going to keep that guy. Although he should be in Halloween, not sure why he's out still. We have this one from Avery L, which I have used a few times, and I think I could part with it. If you guys remember, I put this in a kit last year in 2020, and I did use it, but I'm not fond of it. I think it's a little bit too hard for me to use. And it is from 2012, but I did pay $3 for it. It was a great deal. I used it on a few layouts. But then again, I did really like the look of it. You know, we're going to keep it. We don't have to get rid of stuff. It's not like we put a challenge on ourselves. I'd be happy if I got rid of anything, to be honest, because that would be an improvement. This little guy here, which doesn't have any packaging left to it, is from Heidi Swap. Very, very terrible quality stamp. I am going to pass this along to the organization I'm donating everything to. And they said they're accepting everything that I mentioned to them. So I'm really excited to pass these along to a place that can hopefully use them. And sometimes, you know, even though there might be lower quality for what a scrapbooker might want, they will still work for children's crafts and collage projects. So, and then lastly, we have like some sweet treat ones here. And these are ones I used on some Valentine's Day cards, hence why they're out. I'm going to keep my little donut stamp set, my Simon Says stamp set. I think this was an exclusive for Stamptember or something. It's like the only Simon Says stamp item I own. And then this Neat and Tangled sprinkle set, which is relatively new, but I have used it. So, did we get rid of anything? We got rid of a couple. You know, I thought we'd be doing better. Let me move this closer. There we go. Holidays. So these are kind of organized, and I'm going to keep these dividers like I said in the last one. I'm not sure what my plan is for organizing in my new space once I do move, but I want to keep these just in case because there's no sense in throwing away that. Holidays. Let's see. First up, we got happy birthday wishes and love you. I'm going to part with this one. I never reach for it. Sometimes it's just because it's a bold sentiment and I don't usually leave that much room on my cards, so I'm going to part with that one even though I have never used it, which is just a sad, sad thing to hear. This little guy I just used on some Valentine's Day cards for a collab, so I'm going to keep that one. Oh no, the lid got bent. The flap got bent, which is kind of sad. Hopefully that'll get flattened back out when they're packed. I'm also going to part with this one for my favorite things. I don't really like coloring in people. And the Precious Moments, is that what they're called? Innocent, PI. Precious, I forgot what it stands for. But the PI stamps, which are widely like collected. So I'm going to pass this one along, probably in my giveaway section, and just keep it for a little bit until I have a giveaway. But it's PI. Precious Innocence, something like that. I think Precious Moments is the figurine, so not that, but I'm going to not keep this one. I've used it a couple of times. It's just not my cup of tea. Let's see what else we've got in the Valentine's Day section. The Hedgehogs, I will never get rid of that one. It's too precious. And then this is the Turnabout stamp that I finally used this year on my Valentine's Day cards, so I'm really happy to keep that one now that I've figured out how to use it. I didn't mean to bump the camera there. I never filmed behind my camera. I could have filmed in front of, but it just didn't make sense for the way that my room's laid out and how I wanted like a nice clean background for this video. Next up we have Halloween. I'm going to sadly part with these pumpkins. I don't know if it's just because I'm not great at solid stamping, but I never like the way it turns out, especially when layering. So I'm going to part with these, and these are from 2015. So an oldie but a goodie, and these were in the misprint section because you can see here on the actual like label part, it is a little bit like smudged printing, but the stamps themselves are fine. It's just the actual representation of them. So I'm going to part with these Pick a Pumpkin stamps. Very cute, just not good for my type of stamp style. So we're going to part with those, and again, some of these will end up in the giveaway pile that I'll keep for a little while until I do another giveaway, and then some of them will end up donating to my wonderful local charity. We have this like Give Thanks pumpkin, which I think is really, really cute. Then we have this Cutie Pie. I think it's adorable. And this one I haven't had a chance to use too much because I bought it last Halloween, and then this Halloween I didn't do anything. So I do want to make sure that I get some use out of this one, but it's really, really cute, and I especially love the stars and moon. Or maybe I did use this. It doesn't look like I've used it, but perhaps I did stamp on some tags for some Happy Mail. This one I still haven't had a chance to use either, but I really want to build this haunted house just to see what it looks like, because I mean, it looks like it'd be really cool, but I did get this from Michael's. So that's it for Halloween. There wasn't that much in there, to be quite honest. Well, Halloween and Thanksgiving, because I guess we had a few in there. Next up is Christmas and holiday of the sorts. So winter stuff's also in here. So we have these two guys, the Narwhal and the Little Seasons Tweetings. I have yet to use the Narwhal. He's pretty new, so we're going to keep him. This that I'm going to pass with. This is My Sentiments Exactly. I know it's not exactly lined up. There we go. So live in the spirit of Christmas, hoping your holidays are filled with joy, and wishing you a very happy holiday. Not my jam. I have, however, used this little star stamp, and that's the only one I've used. And these are from, I wonder if there's a year on here. I bought them quite a few years ago, but I'm not sure. No year. I think I bought them when I was in college still, but that's just a guess. So those ones are going to go in the parting pile. Another one bites the dust, as they say. Oh, this guy's gotten so yellow over time. I just haven't really looked at them. I really love this stamp set. I just need to use it more. But a little polar bear hugging a little girl, or just a regular bear. This one I also want to keep. And this is the Newton Nooks Design little fireplace set. It's not lined up, so you're not seeing double. You're just seeing the stamp misaligned with the actual print image. So I do apologize that it looks like that. I'm going to keep this stamp set. I'm trying to remember if this is the one I used or not. Let me put it up close to my face. I might have to go feel these stamps. I think I bought this with high hopes from other Bo Bunny. Yeah, I don't like this one, actually. This is not the one that stamped well. So I'm going to part with this one. I've had great experience with Bo Bunny stamps before, and most of mine are purchased from Tuesday Morning. But this set in particular did not stamp well. I don't know if it was the ink I used or what, but they're a little bit too ornate for my usual style, so I am going to part with these. And I did use them, so we tried. I think it was a New Year's card I made with them, actually. We got a couple more Christmas. This one's brand new, still haven't had a chance to use it. You guys have seen me use the crap out of that one. This one I'm going to keep too. All I've used is the trees. I don't think I've used the deer yet. This one I'm going to part with. I haven't used it and I've had it for a few years now. It's a stamp and die set. So this might go in a giveaway just because I don't think the place I'm donating will have the means to do a stamp and die set. Just trying to be cognizant of what they can and can't use. Same with these two. I'm going to part with these. I don't really like using borders, so I'm going to part with that one from Inkadink-A-Doo. And I need to stop hitting the camera. And then this one is from Recollections, and it's this little Frosty the Snowman with a little teddy bear. It's a cute set, but I just haven't pulled for it or tried to use it. So we're going to part with both of those. And this Inkadink-A-Doo one is from 2016, actually. So yeah, wow. We're going to part with that because we have not used it. And it was a good thought. I think it was a gift, so I do feel kind of bad, but we don't need to feel bad if someone gives us something we hate. That happens in all walks of interest. So I'm going to part with this one as well from Tuesday Morning. See, it's sold in 2018, so I've only had it since 2018, which makes me feel a little bit better than 2016. And then the last Christmas stamp here we have is these cute reindeer from Mama Elephant, which of course we're keeping. So we still have a fair bit of Christmas stamps we've kept, but we did get rid of some, so that's pretty impressive for me. Because Christmas is one of those things I've hoarded, and there are more Christmas stamps in my Christmas bucket. I have like a bin of Christmas supplies, so not sure what's left in there either. I should probably like revisit that, but since I'm in the midst of packing, there's no chance we're doing that. Moving on to the animal section, so I just have random, there's only one in here. Exotic animals. What is this bunny called? This bunny has a name. Jackalope? Is that what it's called? That might not be it. A jackrabbit and an antelope. I think that's it. But I'm going to keep this guy. I just like that it says believe in yourself. I dropped it on the floor. That's okay. And that was the only thing in exotic. So moving on to cats. I am going to part with this one. Although these cats are really adorable looking, I'm not great at coloring cats. I need to practice more, but fluffy cats is definitely not in my wheelhouse, and I hate these flowers so much. They're just not my style. And I did buy this at a scrapbooking trade show. What are those called? They're not called trade shows in scrapbooking. They're called something else, but exhibit, no. I can't remember what they're called. Expo, a scrapbooking expo. And I really thought it was adorable. And I'm glad I got it on sale, but we're going to part with that one. Really cute though. Just not my cup of tea anymore. Same with this one. I don't know when I'd stamp a little girl and 3 kittens, but I don't really need it. So this is from 2015, W+9. I probably bought it a little after that because it was probably on clearance. The kittens are adorable, just they're really hyper realistic, and I cannot color to save my life. So I'm just going to part with some of them. This guy I'm going to keep. It's a little kitty and a little dog. And again, yellowing. Need to take better care of my stamps, but sometimes old age will do that. And it does have the matching die set in there, so that's great. This little kitty I also love to use. It says practically perfect as the main sentiment and a bunch of little icons. This one I'm going to part with. I have better paw stamps and I have better cat stamps that I prefer. An oldie but a goodie. If there's a year on this one, ooh, 2015. Yeah, that's probably when I did get it. I believe it was a Christmas gift. And of course, everyone who gifts us crafting supplies means well. But sometimes things just aren't our style. So maybe if that keeps happening to you, just ask for a gift card, because then you can get what you actually want. And there's still some nice thought behind it. I'm going to keep this one just for remembering our little pets. This one's also a great one. These cats I can color. These cats I color in flat color as opposed to the realistic ones which require like dimension. So keeping that guy as well. And that's it for cats. Okay, let's put the divider in so I don't forget. How did that make such a loud noise? I do apologize that it was so loud. And then dogs. Who knew that would be next? Not me. This one I am going to part with just looking at it. I have used it a bunch, but again, I'm just kind of not into the small image and scene making right now. So the fact that these are small dogs and I have to like make a little scene is a little bit too much for me. And this is from Leah Griffith, and I think this is the only set I have from her. And I believe I got it on clearance, which was a great steal. And I want to see if there's a year on it. 2015. I'm trying to remember. I can vividly remember like unboxing this from the online order I placed, but I cannot remember where the online order was like from. But I am going to pass this little guy along to another good home where these little dogs will be appreciated and loved. So hopefully someone enjoys it. Next up we have Mama Elephant little post dogs. Oh, they're so cute. We're keeping those guys. And then this set is from Close to My Heart. Love this little guy. I know it's a little hard to see because of the frosted container, but I'm going to keep that one. And then we're done with dogs, which is kind of sad because I have dog sentiments and not a lot of dogs to pair it with. But don't worry, there's some that are like multi-animal, which you'll see back here, that I have to go through. And we're definitely getting rid of more back here just because I know what's back here. Let's begin, shall we? Got a couple small guys. This moose one, I used to love this stamp set. I just need to bring it out more because, as I told you guys in the first episode, I adore a good pun. Sorry I moosed your birthday. Such a great stamp set. Then we have a dual one here from Avery L. A little magic rabbit hat, and then a little chick doing yoga, which I think is still so funny. So I'm gonna keep that one. And then these guys from Technique Tuesday, I think I am going to part with. So these are two little owl sets. I just don't do well with small images. These are from 2016. Two little sets of owls. I did use them recently, but I almost didn't want to. I just feel guilty for stamps sometimes. Like, it's almost like a Toy Story. If you don't play with your toys, you think they're sad. Because they are. My stamps are sad because I don't play with them. So I'm going to part with those small stamp sets. And as you notice, probably in my collection, I do have a lot of small stamp sets. And that's done on purpose because I would often do low investment into more quantity than quality necessarily. Sometimes quality, like Technique Tuesday, is great quality, but I would buy the smaller stamp sets so I could buy more theoretically and more subjects. So that's what I usually do. This little beaver guy is going to be a keep. I used him on Valentine's Day card last year or the year before, I can't remember, but the oh damn I forgot is so funny. So funny for a birthday card. Oh, that'll be great. This was the fish set I was looking for the other day. Now I know where it is. Keeping that guy. It's an oldie but a goodie MFT. These little bookmark guys I'm going to keep. I still haven't made bookmarks with them, but dang are they cute, you know? I need to make a bookmarks for my reading friends because I have a lot of friends who love to read. These owls we're keeping because you guys know MFT does the puns and they do them well. Thank you for owl you do. Happy birthday to who? I can't. They're just so funny. Same thing with the swans. Actually, I don't think there's any puns on here, but they are very beautiful and I loved working with the swans previously. And you'll notice down there the yellowness. Those are actually Post-its that I used as what do you call those? What do you call those when you cover a mask? That's what they're called. And then the little koalas. I've only used these a handful of times, but again, the puns. The puns. You're a quality friend. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Let me get that focused for you. And there's also like baby sentiments, and there's just a lot of coverage in this set with these cute little koalas. Otters. This was one of the first MFT stamp sets I owned, and man, do I adore it. We are stuck. Okay, so we're keeping this little otter guy. I overused this the first year that I had it. Does it have a year on it? I don't think so, but that's okay. I'm going to pass this one along. Really cute, just not my style. You also see that the overlay that like shows where the stamps are and what they look like is actually rubbing off. Because I have used it quite a bit through the years. 2016. I remember when Mama Elephant first came out with stamps in Joann's. And it was like a mad rush to get them. I remember that. That was such a good time. A good time to be alive. And then the last stamp set that I know I'm keeping is this one, A Day for Daisies. I did a collaboration with them a few years ago. And there's something so beautiful about these stamps. I really need to use these more and just like have fun coloring them. The little deers, the bunny. Oh, so cute. Then in this section we have a ton of these stamps. And you guys might know what these are. You might not. but I'm sad to report these are all imposter stamps. These are all rip-off stamps. So back in the day, I had no idea that AliExpress was bad. I know that now, so I am going to pass these along, and I am going to make sure that they kind of go to people who would never have stamps otherwise. So these aren't going to be giveaways. They're not going to be advertised as MFT, but these are stolen designs. So make sure you're not shopping on AliExpress. They steal designs, they steal artwork and claim it as their own and use it in advertising, which is 100% illegal, you know, in the US. So make sure you do not support them. I just wanted to show that I have had these stamps. And a good way to get rid of them is to donate them to people who are not in the industry, who would not know any better. Who will just, you know, try to use the art for what it is and won't profit off of it and won't do anything with it. But that's my first instinct on what to do with them, because throwing them away is just more trash. And we obviously don't need more trash. So I'm not going to count these in the giveaway section, or the accounts for actually donating, because these just need to go because they are bad. And I'm glad I finally know a place where I can donate them. But let's do a final count of what we got rid of. There's actually a lot next to me. I don't think I'll be able to hold them all up at once, but we'll see. We'll see what I can handle. There's also a lot of different sizes, which I'm kind of surprised by. And some of these are brand new stamp sets. And I want to reiterate, you do not have to feel guilty for getting rid of stuff you won't use. That's the whole point of getting rid of it, is because you know you won't use it, and you know that it'll have a better life somewhere else, whether that be with a friend you're donating to or whether that be somewhere else. But here's the final spread. We are getting rid of 18 stamps from that section. A lot of them smaller, but still count. And then again, like I said, some of these will go to the donation place that I'm bringing a lot of these supplies, and some of these will be kept by me for my giveaway area, because I do like to do giveaways over on Instagram and here on YouTube and over on Patreon. So some of these will stay, because I know a lot of people like name brands they can't get a lot of places, but I'm really excited to be getting rid of a ton more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the purging. I don't know what's left. I don't know what order these are going up, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And I'm really excited to... Oh, I thought there was more behind there for a second. I don't have any people stamps left. I think I had a couple, and then I ended up getting rid of them a few months ago, last year probably. But I'm really glad to have gone through all of my stamps, and I've gotten rid of over 25, I believe, 30. So that's a really big deal for me. Like I said, I'm not counting any of the forfeit stamps because they need to go because they are not great, and I want to make sure you guys are still enjoying these. So please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're still purging along the way with me, if you're getting ready to go through some of your stash to do inventorying or whatever it may be. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, so you don't miss out on future videos. But thanks for tuning in to another long one of looking through my stamp collection with me, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.